very good evening and welcome to Bramall Lane. It's the Professional Development League playoffs. Sheffield United against Norwich City in the round of 16, and it's live here on SUTV. First of all, then the teams, and we'll start with our visitors, Norwich. Lewis Lyons, Theodore Adalusi, Vatan Oshkan, Charles Wilson, William G. Allen, Domaraki, Rio Mundo, Luke Towler, Dylan Jones, Zachary Bowerman, Errol Mundell-Smith. The subs: Tony Childers, Riley Mitchell, Botan Amin, Finley Korb, and Jake Lawson. Sheffield United, I believe it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 formation. Luke Faxon is the goalkeeper. The back four, right to left, of Sai Sashlev, Govadas Sasnauskas, Seth Yokere, and Harry McGlinchey. Midfield two of Alex Matos and Jibril Samari, and a three of Jaden Makalira, Sam Aston, Zach Giggs, with Chris Eady leading the line for the Blades. Subs for United: Alfie Hoff, Thomas Betts the goalkeeper, Sam Colchin, Archie Christie Craney, and Sia Ayob Abraham. Referee is Dean Watson, assisted by Matthew Moulton and David Holmes. The fourth official is Michael Robinson. Your commentator this evening, Matt Young. This is a straight knockout fixture, so if this match is level at 90 minutes, then we will go to extra time, and if necessary, a penalty shootout. And as I mentioned at the start, this is a round of 16 fixture. Slight change this year in how the end of season playoffs have been mapped out. We'll get into that as the game gets on. As you can see, both sides wearing their traditional home kits. Norwich in yellow, and of course the Blades in red and white striped shirts. A smattering of first team experience on show for both clubs tonight. And it's Norwich who will get us underway. And a kick there for Lewis Lyons, the goalkeeper. Wearing 7, there's Rio Mundell for Norwich City. Defended there by Harry McGlinchey, wearing 3 for United. So this year, teams 17th to 24th in the 29-team Premier League 2 go into the playoffs with the teams that finish 1 to 8 in the Professional Development League. United finishing second behind Brentford in that. Norwich finishing 23rd. Norwich are a Category A academy. Whilst that is a rung above United, that will not determine too much about the game tonight. You wouldn't have thought. United have beaten sides, Category A sides, convincingly over recent years, and League 2 in the Premier League Cup group stages in this campaign. Foul on Bachmann there. Wearing 8 is Luke Towler. Forward it goes by Oshkan. Free kick there against United. Domaraki's delivery. Faxon stays at home. Well defended by Harry McGlinchey. Good start this from Norwich. And Matos with a chance to clear for United. One of those players I mentioned with a smattering of first team experience. Played 8 senior games for the Blades this season, Alex Matos. This is his 6th appearance at under 21 level, still only 21 years of age, signed from Chelsea back in August. Okiere for United. That's Jibril Samare. Plenty of first-team activity for Samari this season. Sashdev miscontrols on the far side. Samari into Matos. Good work initially coming back there from Chris Eady, United's number 9. January signing from Glasgow Rangers. Sashdev's throw, looking for Eady, who tries to turn it down the corner for Sam Aston. Plenty of encouragement from George Willis, United's under-21s manager. Took over that role once Gary McSheffrey was promoted into the first team. Adalusi, high press from the Blades. Giggs gets a foot in, foul there on Matos. Zach Giggs was hoping that the referee might let that run a little bit. First opportunity then for United to get the ball into the Norwich City penalty area, and it's young Harry McGlinchey who will take it. Joined at the end of January from Chelsea. Cleared as far as Aston, took a touch. Goalbound effort deflected behind, and the first corner of the night will go to Sheffield United. Sam Aston, who had that shot, is a player in good form at the moment in front of goal. Scored a brace recently in a 2-2 draw against Barnsley in the Professional Development League. Kerry and Sasnowski stood around the penalty spot area, are up from the back. Goes in towards Samare. Kerry was having a swing there, missed the ball and took out the Norwich player, and it will be a free kick to the visitors. Wilson. Kerry battling away there with Dylan Jones. Matos driving into the Norwich half. Support to his left here from Giggs. Giggs to the byline, does really well. Right start from United, attacking throw. Versatile Zach Giggs there, getting to the byline. He's operated all the way across the back line and has a holding midfielder this season. A more advanced role for him tonight. Sasnowskis, a player with first team experience. She wins it back. Here's Samare. Sashdev calling for it as Sasnowskis goes down the centre instead, looking for Eady. Try to help it on into the direction there of Macalera. Lynchy. Eady making the run, he was just clipped there as he ran across the defender, Wilson. Some good movement there from United's number 9. He's made a good impression since arriving at the club in January. 3 goals, and a couple of those scored right here at Bramall Lane against Bournemouth and Bristol City in the Professional Development League. Lynchy left-footed, standing over this free kick. Keeper thought about it, didn't come, and it's headed in at the back stick by David Sasnauskis. First blood to United. Teasing ball in there from McGlinchey. The keeper started to come, changed his mind, and Sasnauskis met it with a bullet header at the back post. And United in front. 9 minutes gone. Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 0. Second goal of the under-21s campaign for David Sasnauskis on the score sheet in a win over Millwall early season. We have a little problem here as if he got injured there celebrating the goal, but sat prone on the far side. Really good delivery from young Harry McGlinchey. Just put it into that corridor where the keeper wasn't quite sure whether to come or stay. Just wonder if it's a head injury for Sasnauskis. The perfect start for United. Norwich threatened in the opening couple of minutes, but the Blades have quickly found their feet and got their noses in front. Good crowding tonight, by the way, well over 700 through the turnstiles at 10 minutes ago till kick-off. So maybe a few more than that, as players' guests, of course. Great moment for some of these youngsters. They do get to play at Bramall Lane for a set number of games across the season. United do have Alfie Hoff on the bench, who's a central defender. Should he be required? Both sides taking the opportunity to come to the far side for a few instructions while Sasnauskis receives treatment. Both set up and ready to go. Still looks like in a little bit of discomfort there, the Lithuanian, who arrived at Bramall Lane via Chelsea. He's played in some pre-season first-team games, and of course he made his senior debut this season in a League Cup match against Birmingham City at St Andrews. He's sat upright. United's number 5, still receiving some treatment. Alfie Hoff is warming up to the left of our commentary position on the gantry here at the back of the Tony Curry stand. Alfie Hoff, who is predominantly a player who's played under 18s football but has broken into the 21s this season. There is warming up on the touchline. Will be a like-for-like replacement should United have to make a change here. No indication yet that that's going to happen. Sosnowskis is still sat upright on the far side. Now he's back on his feet, so that's a good sign. Quite lengthy treatment that he's had there, the goal scorer. Looks to be okay. The referee is satisfied too, so after a pretty long stoppage there, the game can now restart. United then temporarily down to 10 players here, but leading by a goal to nil. Norwich restart, looking for an immediate response. Ashkan, wearing 5 is William G. Now Wilson, and Delucy. Sosnowskis still off the pitch for United. Domoraki, Adelusi. Outside of him is Rio Mondo, running at McGlinchey. Stuff here from McGlinchey, but then it just caught his heel. Mundell's won it back. Good scrap between those two. Sosnowskis back on the park now. Adelusi wanting the free kick right in front of the referee's assistant, who indicates a throw to the Blades. Matos with a header. Flick on by Sam Aston. Forward by Wilson. No chance there for Dylan Jones, the Norwich number 9. It's been another excellent season for United's under-21s, finishing second. They topped the league for the majority of the regular campaign. Brentford eventually overhauling United. A strong run over the second half of the campaign. They've done it as well with a 3-point deduction for, I believe, feeling an illegible player. Blocked by Matos. A long time since the under-21s have been in the top 2 of the Professional Development League. So another excellent campaign. Matos. Sashdev looking for the run of Edie. check there by McAleera. Not each of our player down. Mundell Smith gets to his feet. 12 substitute appearances in the Championship this season for Errol Mundell Smith. Ball stays in play. Now United get the throw. Samari came short, but Sashdev arrows it towards Edie. Footing by Matos. Sashdev now keeps it in play. Carry on a little bit of pressure there, but no problem. Guide it back to Luke Faxon. He's been on first team duties for the last couple of months. Following that injury to Michael Cooper, Adam Davis taking over as the de facto #1, and Faxon travelling with the first team, being involved in the squad. Wilson for Norwich. Edie leading the press for United as Wilson turns the ball forward. Mundell will chase his own flick here. Foul on Towler. There he is again. G advancing forward. Good interception by Matos. Neatly done from United under a spot of pressure there as Samari found Sashdev, who then goes down. Foul by Mundell Smith. Great to see Sashdev back out there for United. Had a terrible injury in a Premier League Cup match against Wolves last season. Long road to recovery. Applause from the Norwich staff as their press forces the mistake there from Sasnauskis. Bauman. Bauman again. Good shape from United out of possession. Edie again leads the press. Goalkeepers have to be playing centre half there. He's comfortable with the ball at his feet. Domaraki. Edie close by. Glenshee doing a good job so far. Pinches the ball back for United against Mundell, but it's won back by Bauman. Samari gets a foot in. Kerry across. It's going to be a throw to United. Glanced off the head of Mundell. Matos coming short. Wants the free kick. Holds his hands up at the referee, but wasn't forthcoming. Good footing by Matos. And a bit of confusion there, but eventually well dealt with by Wilson. After the keeper initially looked like he was going to come and deal with that. Now Norwich can attack into the United half. Good initial burst, but Samari tries to get a foot in for United. Adalusi. Aston this time pressing. Enjoying a decent amount of the ball here, Norwich, but mainly inside their own half. That's loose. Given away to Giggs. McGlinchey on his outside. Here is McGlinchey. Nicely done. Away from Dylan Jones. What's the cross going to be like? It's deep. Sashdev might get on the end of this, but Mundell Smith is there for Norwich. Decent start from Harry McGlinchey defensively and showing good signs going forward there down the left-hand side for United. Here's Sesnauskis, the scorer of the opening goal. Gets it to McGlinchey via a deflection, continues his run, but McGlinchey sending this into the mixer. Possibility of a Sai Sashdev long throw here. Come short instead to Samari. Samari again. Matos continues his run. Here he is again. Still going Alex Matos. It's a good sliding challenge from Guy. Adalusi. Kicks across for United. Free kick. Better afters as well there between those two. I think Adalusi was trying to quickly get up and take a quick free kick. Lucy again. Too strong for Jones. Kerry into midfield and Samari. Sasnauskas looking for the burst of Macalera. Matos looking to shut down here for United and almost pinched it in an advanced position there. Had a number of games under Chris Wilder when the Blades boss returned to Bramall Lane, but it's fallen down the pecking order of late. Mundell Smith. It's away from his man, and Sasha's gone down holding his face. Play on here with Mundell Smith here at the byline now for Norwich City, and the block I think was by McGlinchey, and now the referee stops play with Sashdev prone on the ground. Certainly clutching his face there, the United fullback. Already had one lengthy stoppage already. It looked like a facial injury to Dovydas Savnauskas. The Blades, as we come towards the half-hour mark, leading by a goal to nil, converting the match's real only opportunity. Again, chance to get some instructions onto the players for both coaches. George Willis talking there with Chris Eady, the Blades number 9. If you're just joining us, the potential of extra time penalties if this game finishes level into the 90. It's a round of 16 clash. Certainly the medical department have been busy so far this evening. Good to see Sashdev back in the mix again. He's a player who broke through a few years ago now. I remember him coming on as a substitute under Paul Heckingbottom in a league game at Stoke City, and he's had a couple of other sniffs of senior football since then. He came on briefly last season against Norwich under Chris Wilder, early doors in that season. Also played in the League Cup game against Barnsley and then had that terrible injury, and he's really just getting back into the mix. 5 appearances now this season for the 21s. So the game's back underway. Decent chunk of added time into the first half, I suspect. Luke Faxon will send one forward as Sashdev is back on the pitch now. Eady will flick on. Lewis Lyons, the Norwich keeper. And Norwich go long. Glynchy heads clear. Samari's header finds its way through to Luke Faxon. Faxon has been on the first team bench for the last 11 games. Matos. And again. Kick spin in the air. Hodgkin, challenged by Eady. It's going to be a Norwich throw. Referee's caution someone here. It's Sashdev. Maybe for a bit of dissent. Jones, United's throw. Challenge there was by Sasnauskas. Sashdev's throw. Get another chance here. Towards Eady. Break here for Giggs. McGlinchey making progress. Here he is. To his weaker right foot. Plays it now to Samari. Giggs has peeled wide. Giggs, early ball in. Edie will challenge for it. Picked up by Matos. Looks now for Sashdev, who's onside. 3 in the box for United. Pulls it back for Matos. Crowded out. Feeds it to Samare. Now McGlinchey. McGlinchey goes for goal. It was always rising. Some nice patient build-up play there from United. Working it left to right. And then back again. McGlinchey with the effort over the bar. Adalusi. Good press again by United, led initially by Giggs and then by Samari, but Adalusi's done well there to get out of a tight spot and win the free kick. Aston sniffing an opportunity there for United. Lynchy onto this one. The layoff by Jones. United just got to be careful here. Sasnowski's almost got robbed there. Norwich were very quick onto the press, and they have got it now. Samari, though, there for the Blades. Gives it away, though, to Domaraki. Mundle. Mundle again. Adalusi sent sprawling by Giggs, who then puts in a good challenge on Mundle. Going through some work defensively there, Zach Giggs, helping out Harry McGlinchey. Sasnowski's away. Norwich just enjoying a bit more possession in United's half, but haven't really created anything as yet. Here's William G. Adalusi away from Giggs this time. Right, quicken up the attack. Towler, crossfield. Mundle Smith taking on Sashdev, and he's making good progress here, Mundle Smith. And he's gone for goal. I think Luke Faxon was always confident that was going wide, but a bit of intent there from Norwich City. It's their most experienced player who's sent that ball high and wide. Probably the first real moment inside the United penalty area since the opening couple of minutes when they launched 1 or 2 balls into the box. Faxon has yet to be called into action. Wilson. Neatly done by Mundle. Bauman on the turn. Samari with the challenge. United break. Samari brings it forward. Giggs under pressure. And he's got the free kick, much to the annoyance of Norwich and Tomaraki and Towler in particular, who were close by there and thought they were in a good position, but the free kick awarded to United. Sashdev looking there for Macalera. Sasnowski's under pressure. Faxon will keep it in. He's done really well there to find McGlinchey, with those giving it away. Nomoraki waits kindly for Bauman. And the affection looks up kindly into the gloves of Luke Faxon, who's had a bit of work to do there. Firstly with his feet to shift the ball quickly and to pluck that one out of the air. Some more encouraging moments of late for Norwich City. Okiere. McGlinchey giving away. Towler now for Norwich. Sasnowskis will intercept. Macalera does well. Space now for Sashdev to get United into the Norwich half. Looking for Edie. Ball's gone out of play. Attacking throw to United. Aston. Macalera. Corner kick. McGlinchey's going all the way across to take it. We've seen the quality that he can provide already tonight. The aerial threats there of Sasnowskis and Okiere. Just a considerable height of Samare. The presence of Sashdev. Plenty to aim at here. Edie taking up position near the goalkeeper. In from McGlinchey. Oh, clatter the bar, I think, there. Everyone seemed to just stand and watch that one. Just looked a far too deep across, but yeah, came off the woodwork. Samari. Sasnowskis, that's a lovely ball for Macalera. Edie's in the middle. Giggs joining the attack now. That was Jayden Macalera's thought process to try and pick out Giggs there on the edge of the penalty area. Good spell for United now. Matos combining with Samare. Nice ball in for Aston. Worked it nice, and then United, the pass from Aston perhaps lacked a yard of pace, and Sashta then commits the foul. Some nice moments there for the Blades in midfield. Too strong that for Adalusi. Kere into Matos, who can turn here, and Sashdev on the far side has got space. Took a nick off a Norwich player. Sashdev settling for the throw. Macalera, those giving it away. Back though, and Sashdev picks out a yellow jersey. Plenty of eagerness though to win it back, and Aston's got it, and he's gone for the chip here, Sam Aston. Well, the players did really well to pinch the ball back, and Aston, who's got an excellent goal record of late, didn't need a second invitation there to try and chip the ball over Lewis lines. Adalusi sprinting forward. Smith, early cross, straight into the red basket of Luke Faxon. Well, 2 half chances for both sides before the break, as Giggs loses possession here. Good challenge by Samari to win it back, and then Giggs is upended. Pace of the game just going up a notch as we approach half-time. Final minute of the first half, there will be some considerable added time. 2 lengthy stoppages for injuries to Sesnauskis and Sashdev. Both are fine to continue. Aston wide. McClero makes a good early run, here he is. Matos joins the attack. Glinchy holds his arm aloft. Giggs is in there too. Mundle away. Samari onto this one. Strong end to the first half from United. 9 added minutes. Here is Aston. Sashdev, Edie in the middle. Aston. And again. Both sides want this, it'll go the way of United. Samari, just got to be careful. No pressure from Bauman. Wilson's header. Samari using his strength, but Bauman's got away from him. Then I think he's pulled down by McGlinchey, and then 1 or 2 raised hands there. The referee's going to his pocket here. There's going to be a yellow card here for Harry McGlinchey, I think. Also 1 to Zachary Bauman. Tomaraki, left-footed, will take the free kick. Decent ball in, there was a slip there, but well, free kick. The ball just popped up nicely for Luke Faxon. It was Sefer Kere who hit the deck. Meanwhile, United on the counter with Matos. Giggs for support. Giggs with 3 in the box. Looks to the far stick and Edie. That's good defending. But United quickly turning defence into attack there. Vataroshkan with the headed clearance. And McGlinchey will go across again. Take this corner kick. Close to scoring with the last one. Lynch's delivery, plenty of pace on that, another excellent cross. If the goalkeeper or the defender got a touch, it's going to be United's ball. Whipping these crosses in with lots of pace. Harry McGlinchey, very difficult to defend. Norwich are going to have to defend another one. This one there will be an outswinger. In from McGlinchey again. This time the goalkeeper does well. Lewis Lines plucks it out of the air. And then a bit of indecision, but Sashev will get there. No nonsense defending in the end. Still 4.5 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Norwich on the attack now. Bauman. G to Wilson. Adalusi. Mundell. In goes the cross, headed away by Okere. Domaraki, decent ball that. Mundell Smith. Still going. No real width there to play the ball to. Quite sure he was trying in the end, but it will be a goal kick. Just got a bit congested there for Norwich. Away by the goal scorer, Sasnauskas. Then Norwich got themselves in a bit of a pickle here between the goalkeeper and Wilson, but eventually Norwich's number 4 finds the stand. Still a good 3 minutes to go before half time. Matos. Done well here, Matos. Chance for Eady with the flick. Still not away, an Aston shot. Half an appeal for handball. McGlinchey. Still United come here looking for a second. Matos had his shirt pulled there, surely right on the edge of the penalty area. Referee is going to his pocket again. Right at the end of the first half, United presented with a real opportunity here. Free kick. Perfectly arranged for Sam Aston, who has a good record for United from this kind of range. I'm sure McGlinchey will be keen to have a strike as well. Sumari stood around the ball. McGlinchey and Aston standing over this one. It will be Aston into the wall, and it trickles through to the goalkeeper. And then it's proven to be a frustrating night for Dylan Jones, who can't collect that throw out, and we've got a minute to go until half time. United will be pretty pleased with the first half so far. Sashev the target. Now Jones might be able to get into the game here for Norwich. If he touch though allows Samari to come across and clear. Away by Sasnauskas. Adalusi. Maybe one final chance here for Norwich before half time. Mundell Smith. Will be time for this corner kick. Damaraki across to take it. Surely the final action of the first half. Damaraki's delivery. It's gone wide, and there is the half-time whistle. Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 0. The Blades take the lead into the interval thanks to a Dovydas Sasnauskas header in that first half, which has not seen loads of goalmouth incidents. Certainly was a slow start to proceedings, but the game picked up as the half wore on. United coming close to a second, with Heinrich Lynch's corner striking the woodwork. Apart from that, a few half chances. The Blades certainly though look the more likely to add to their lead as the half wore on. Luke Faxon relatively untroubled so far in the United goal. Half-time, Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 0. Back in around about 50 minutes time for live coverage of the second half here on SUTV. Welcome back to Bramall Lane. Both sides back out for the second half. Blades leading Norwich City by a 0-0. If you just join us, Dovydas Sadnauskis' header separates the two sides. And Norwich are making a change at the interval. Dylan Jones has been replaced by Finlay Cork. Through the two sides again shortly. Sadnauskis' header giving United the lead. They came close to a second when Harry McGlinchey's corner hit the woodwork. It was half. Just didn't see a huge amount of opportunities. Luke Faxon was relatively untested in United's goal. This round of 16 clash, as I mentioned earlier, if it's level at 90, we go extra time and if necessary, penalties. Second half is underway. Here's Blades skipper Sai Sashdev, now Matos. United 4-2-3-1, Luke Faxon in goal, Sai Sashdev, Dovydas Sadnauskis, Sefia Kerry and Harry McGlinchey across the back. Alex Matos and Jibril Samare the holding two, then Jaden Macalera, Sam Aston, Zach Giggs with Chris Eady through the middle. Norwich Lewis Lyons, Theodore Delucy, Vatanoshkan, Charles Wilson, William G, Alan Domaraki, Rio Mundell, Luke Towler. It's now Finlay Cork on for Dylan Jones, Zachary Bauman and Errol Mundell-Smith. Towler. Four in front of him. Two in the box here for Norwich. Sadnauskis away. And the follow-up shot is wide from Towler, but some more intent there from Norwich. Sashdev's header. Okiere gives it away. Domaraki for Norwich. Towler. Nice layoff there by Cork. Mundell-Smith for Norwich. And a good block by Dovydas Sadnauskis. That's two early efforts from the Canaries. It looked like they're just upping the ante in this second half. Had lots of possession in the first, but a lot of it was inside their own half. The game did quicken up from both sides towards the end of the first half, but definitely a bit more attacking verve about Norwich at the start of this second half. And they're on the attack again as Bauman plays it wide. Mundell, good ball in, chance here, and put over by Finlay Cork, who's certainly had an impact since coming on at half-time. A neat flick a few moments ago, and then getting on the end of that cross from the right-hand side. So a good start to the second half from Norwich City. Macalera away from his man. Eady in the middle, Aston for support. Sashdev on his outside. Couldn't find any of them. Here's Sumare. McGlinchey. Four in the box. Still McGlinchey. And there's a header against the crossbar from Macalera. McGlinchey, the provider, stood up a lovely cross. Met by the head of Jaden Macalera, and Norwich saved by the frame of the goal. Bright start to the second half from both sides. Oshkan. G. Aston doing the closing down for United. Wilson now for Norwich. Adalusi. Macalera, who's been on the score sheet recently in the 4-2 win against Colchester in the Professional Development League. Under pressure here, but he's done well. Jayden Macalera, remember him playing as a 15-year-old for United's under 18s. And he scored on his under 21s debut as well. I remember he was only 16, so he's certainly made rapid progress so far through the ranks. Has found his way into the starting lineup toward the back end of this season. No free kick, Norwich can break. Baumann. Smith. Still going. Faced up by Sashdev and Samari, but he gets the cross in. Smith once more, and the flag goes up, and it won't count. Aaron Smith in an offside position. But as a spectacle, second half, the opening 5 minutes of the second half have been very lively indeed. Norwich certainly much improved. United have hit the frame of the goal. Samari's header, helped on by Giggs. Edie will give chase. Baumann almost in a position to turn it on around the corner, but Samari was in. A quick throw though. Glinchy. Still well to win the free kick there. But United being asked some questions now in the second half. Flick on by Edie. Just caught the back there of Sam Aston. It's a foul by Matos. Oshkan. Looking for Smith. That was Sosnowskis. Norwich throw. Towler. Good looking ball. Space here. Baumann wide it goes. Blocked by Yokere. More zip about Norwich now in this second half. Matos goes tumbling. Given away. Target there was Sashdev. Norwich can come again. Mundell Smith getting more into the game now. Towel under pressure from Matos. Matos almost pinching it back there for United. With a neat flick. Baumann now. Good stuff this from Norwich in the second half. Mundell. Early cross 2 away by Sethy Kere. Ball's coming into the United area. Plenty at the start of the second half. Oshkan. Mundell Smith against Sashdev. Still going, he's got the shot in as well. It's an important block by Sosnauskis. Still plenty in there for Norwich. Disappointing cross. Met again by United's Lithuanian defender. Mundell Smith again into the United area, taking on Sashdev. And he's got to the byline and that's come off Sashdev, I think. It will be a corner kick. Much better though from Norwich. Certainly up the tempo at the start of the second half. Lots more crosses going into the United penalty area now. Mundell Smith has seen much more of the ball too. Damaraki will take the corner. Lots of runs to the near post. It goes to the far stick where Sosnauskis heads clear. Sashdev is down, prone in the United penalty area as Damaraki crosses. Only half cleared by Samari. Mundell Smith with the delivery. Sosnauskis there again for United to head clear. Norwich keeping the pressure on. Mundell Smith. In goes the cross. Again, United hold firm. Now Giggs might be able to counter, and Giggs was going right through the middle there. There was hauled back by Adalusi. He's going into the book. The way that Giggs was motoring there, though, I suspect he'll probably suggest that that was a card worth taking. Blistering break there through the middle. Meanwhile, for the first time tonight, Sashdev needs some treatment. The first time it was a facial injury, but the way he kind of just sat down in the penalty area there suggests that this might be a bit more serious for United's number 2. So lots more to talk about at the start of the second half. Norwich have had the ball in the net, which was ruled out for offside, rightly. United, through Jayden McAleer, have hit the Norwich crossbar. The Blades subs tonight. Alfie Hoff, Thomas Betts, the goalkeeper, Sam Colchin, Archie Christie Craney, in Siem Ayab Abraha, someone who's been in the goals a lot for the under-18s this season. Might see a bit of him later. Sam Colchin is someone who's had a fleeting appearance at senior level as well, played in the FA Cup tie against Cardiff City last season. Would be a natural replacement there for Sai Sashdev if he can't continue. Might be a change here for United. I've seen George Willis call over his subs. I think Sai Sashdev will have to come off here for United. So Sashdev gingerly makes his way to the sidelines. We are going to see Sam Kolchin replace him shortly. We approach the hour mark. Disappointment for Sashdev, who's to combat a few injuries in his short career. So here's that change now. Sam Kolchin coming on, 18 years of age. Just 14 when he played for United's under-18s. As I said, senior appearance as well in the FA Cup last season. 16 appearances for the 21s this campaign, which includes 12 starts. Still the Blades lead as we pass the hour mark. Norwich on the charge once more. Randall Smith against Kolchin. First involvement for the United substitute. Sticking to his task here. Toss diving in with the challenge, but Randall Smith has got quick feet and he's away. And then he goes down. And the referee has given the free kick to United as he caught Samari there with the follow through. Samari in a bit of discomfort. Had a fair few stoppages for injuries in this game so far. I don't think Jibril Samari will need any treatment though, he's back on his feet. 15 starts in all competitions for the first team, 12 appearances from the bench, but not been involved as much lately. In fact, played a 21s fixture here against Bristol City quite recently. Jibril Samari. Kolchin. Macalera. Now Sam Aston. Early cross. Edie. Tried to lay it off towards Giggs. Now Norwich will break and Bauman. And he's away from Sefia Kerry. Mundell against McGlinchey. Cork in the box. Still with Mundell. Does get the cross in, but Kerry's back there now for United. But Norwich have an attacking throw, and it's been a really good, positive opening 16, 17 minutes of the second half from Norwich City. But the Blades still lead. Towler levers it on, away by Sesnauskis. That was a trip. And a free kick in a decent area here now for Norwich. Lucy, the man appended. And goes across. Out comes Luke Faxon, makes a good early shout and a confident claim. Whilst Norwich have been better in the second half, he still had relatively little to do, Luke Faxon. Time here for Okere. Met by the head of G. Looks like Matas went up with the arm there, he did. It's a handball by United's number 8. Towler. Wilson to G. Aston was closing in. That ball's gone out of play. Despite the best efforts there of Rio Mondal. Colchin back to Luke Faxon. Nicely done by the Blades keeper. Colchin now can drive it forward for United. Edie making the run. Defended well by Wilson. Good for United just to get a bit of territory now. Edie breaks nicely for Norwich and chance for a counter here. Mundell Smith will chase this with Colchin. Colchin's done really well because Mundell Smith is quick. It's a fine challenge too. Had to get that right. Quick throw from Norwich. Intercepted by Sumari. Spotted that one very quickly. Aston set off on a run down the middle, but Sumari is going into the channel instead. Towler, and again Bauman, foot in by O'Kerry, given away though to Calera, then bundled over was O'Kerry by Zachary Bauman. That will be a free kick to United. Sosnowskis looking for Giggs. He's had a good battle out there with Adalusi tonight. For the first time they've both ended up on the floor after a challenge. Nicely done by the goalkeeper lines, and a bit of pressure from Aston. Mundell Smith running at Colchin with Sosnowskis for help as well. Trying to run right through the centre of about 5 Sheffield United players there. Plenty in the box here. Decent looking delivery too. Bowen back in. Adalusi, Mundell, Towel around the corner, spotted by Giggs. United just pen back a little at the moment. Mundell Smith, footed by Macalera, but Norwich have it again. Starting to dominate the ball now. Playing much quicker too. And Matos with a challenge, a good one. Well timed on Towler. United though keep giving the ball back to Norwich City. And Bauman, Towler back on his feet. Towler once more from distance, and he's actually found the top of the scoreboard with that effort. All the pressure, territory and possession that Norwich have had since half-time. not a lot in terms of shots on target, if anything at all, really. I think Norwich are preparing another change. Sasnauskas. Aston onto the loose ball. Eady thought he was held back there. Tower can turn and play it out to the far side. Won back well by Matos. And shot from distance from Aston is low, and I think the goalkeeper was too concerned there. Lines. I think it was O'Kerry who won the ball back for United. From the back. Sure, Adelusi was the intended target for that pass, but he's got there, and Norwich have quickly played it out to the near side as we look. Colchin's had a positive start since coming on for Sashdev. Inside the final 20 minutes. At the moment, United will be advancing to the last 8. There's still plenty in this for Norwich. Going to make another change shortly. Botan Amin is preparing to come on. I think United might make a change as well. Ayab Abraha is getting ready to come on for United, and another exciting talent to make his way in the academy. Already up to 21s level after a good season for the 18s. But here's this Norwich change first of all. So Baumann coming off. Botan Amin coming on. Abraha is going to come on for Chris Eady.
Substitution for the players coming off for the 9, Chris Eady.
Now, Abraha, 17 goals for the under-18s this season. Scored for the 21s, the winner in fact against Huddersfield as well. Been primarily used at this level during this campaign as a substitute. Matos. Surging run from Alex Matos. What's at the end of it? Finds Giggs. Matos once more. Goes for goal. Abraha. Colchin. Giggs with a header. That will leap over the bar, but some positive play there from United, involving the substitute, both substitutes in fact. Now Abraha and Colchin down this right-hand side. Giggs. Breaks for Adelusi. Hauled down by the combative Matos, and then I think he tried to take a quick free kick. I don't know if he just kicked Matos there, but it's taking too early again for the referee's liking. just over 15 minutes remaining. Mundell's come across to this left-hand side, battling with Kolchin. He goes down, no free kick, and in fact the free kick goes away of Norwich, because I think Kolchin may have handled it when he was on the deck, but I'm surprised that the players didn't get a free kick there. This Norwich set play in a decent position. Domaraki forward to take it, left-footed. It goes, a few bodies hit the deck there, play on. Good sliding challenge by McGlinchey on the substitute, Amin. Another Norwich City throw. Glincher will try and see this out. He can't, but Samari's there. Nice turn by Towler. He just wanted to find Cork there, who slipped. And in the end, it just rolls through for a goal kick. And United see off another Norwich City attack. Lots of encouragement from George Willis on the edge of his technical area. Sasnowski's his header. Randall Smith, good sliding challenge from Matos. Doesn't mind getting stuck in, Alex Matos. Randall Smith. Kolchin stands his ground again. Washkam's cross, it's a good one, headed away, and it's for a Tower, drills it through. Sasnowskis and Faxon, and levels for Norwich City. Ball broke for the Norwich number 8, firm strike. I'm sure Luke Faxon will have seen it late, as it went through Sasnowskis. It's hit the back of the net, and Norwich, who've had a lot of pressure in the second half, have finally come up with a shot on target. And it's the equalising goal. 12 minutes remain. Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 1. Quickly onto the second ball there. Luke Towler made good contact with it. There'll be some frustration that seemed to go through Sasnowskis. Perhaps an inch to the left and he would have blocked it. I think Norwich had much the better of the second half. Albeit, I think that is the first one that's actually, first shot that's actually been on target. Now they have a corner kick, and all of a sudden, Canaries have the tails up here, and United just over 10 minutes remaining. Have some more defending to do. Lots of bodies inside the 6-yard area. That's where it's aimed, and Luke Faxon gets a claw to it. He's done well. Amin against Colchin. It's come off of Colchin, has it? Well, maybe the ball had already been out of play initially. The referee has given a goal kick. Remember, if the scores are level at the end of the 90 minutes, extra time and potentially penalties. Samari. Given away by O'Kerry. Field momentum is with the visitors. That was a strong challenge from O'Kerry into the back of Towler. The free kick was taken from the wrong position. So United just have to regroup here. Goes, that's an important header, and then Faxon has lost it there. Looked like a routine claim, and then it's cleared by Sosnowskis. Still not away for United, but fortunately for the Blades, Samari was taken out there off the ball, and the referee's given a free kick, but Luke Faxon looked like he had that one under control. He just let it get away from him there. A worrying moment for a second for the Blades. Defending for Sosnowskis to do here is a bit awkward there for the United defender, but he's cleared it behind. The Blades will have to defend another corner kick. They've taken it quickly, Norwich, and Mundell Smith. Too strong though, sails over the heads of Boateng Amin. A little bit of respite for United. By Sosnowskis. United onto the second ball in Giggs. Space to the right-hand side, and Colchin. Matos makes the run forward. Colchin towards the edge of the penalty area, and Macalera. Now Norwich can break, and Mundell Smith, and it's 3-on-3 momentarily here. Mundell Smith running at Sosnowskis. Blades getting bodies back, still Mundell Smith. Deflection on the strike, and it was inches wide of the far stick. It had Luke Faxon scrambling, but it's behind, and it's going to be another corner to the Canaries. For a moment, I thought that deflection had taken it into the bottom corner. Swift break from Norwich City. I don't think Faxon was confident that that was going wide. Norwich corner, keeping on the pressure. Again, everyone huddled around the 6-yard box in front of Luke Faxon. That's where it goes again. Half punched away and then cleared by Sosnowskis. Really good ball in. Did enough United on that occasion. Macalera. Forward by Colchin. Cross comes Wilson. United have got a bit of territory here and get up the pitch now. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Sam Aston is preparing to hurl this one into the mix. Actually flicked on by Norwich head, and here's Samari! On the stretch, couldn't generate the power, and it's a fairly routine save in the end for the goalkeeper, who's then fouled as he tries to distribute. Mundell Smith getting into the United area towards the byline, and the deflection sees the ball roll kindly for Luke Faxon. Game just starting to get stretched now as United's turn to attack. G though sees that one off. Sasnauskis for United, he just clears straight against Mundell Smith, and the decision goes the way of United. Foul on Colchin, and then a bit of a shove after the piece. Colchin still on the ground. No further action from the referee, Dean Watson. Aston's going to get to this kick from Luke Faxon. Not what he wanted though in terms of a cross. Sasnauskis has lost out, but that's a great challenge from Alex Matos. All right, set there for a quick counter. Colchin's header, Matos. Has he handled that again? He has, and I think this time he's going in the book. It's the second time he's used his arm to help the ball on. Yellow card for Alex Matos. Two minutes remaining. Is there a winner in normal time for one of these two sides? Amin. Giggs just dallied on it a little bit too long. Samari wins it back and then just drills it straight into Adalusi. Giggs trying to pinch it back again for United. Tidy bit of play, but Norwich have got the ball. Adalusi. It comes to nothing in the end. Tripped by Matos. Given away. Smith who's in a lot of the ball in the second half. Colchin is battling away. Matos there for support too. Between them, they've won it back. Straight back with an orange jersey though. 5 minutes added at the end of the 90. Still one apiece. Aston. Matos in field. Here's Alex Matos. Great challenge by Towler this time. Towler once again. And that was a late one from Yakeri. All or nothing challenge. We're going into the book. We are 1 minute into the added 5. First time from Mundell Smith. Sosnowskis pinches it and now Matos takes over. Here's Aston. Little stumble initially, but eventually the challenge came in from G, but it's kept in play. Abraha into the near post. Mundell Smith, hauled down by Colchin, another card coming up here. Sam Colchin going into the book now. And a yellow card as well for William G. Now Sosnowskis has a problem. Don't know if it's the cut that he received in the first half that is being attended to again here. Just past 2.5 minutes of the added 5. We're going to go later than that as well. We played 9 minutes at the end of the first half. It looks like we might be playing extra time as well. Sosnowskis is holding a bandage over that cut, which looks like it's been reopened. So we're going to have a bit of a delay here. I think he's going to have to go off here, though. So Norwich prepared to launch this forward. United have lost the aerial presence of their central defender. Played to Mundell Smith. Shot is blocked by Colchin, and there might be a count on here for United if Matos can get across, and he can. Abraha in front of him. United have got 4 on 3 here if they can get it shifted to the right-hand side, but that's a terrific sliding challenge. Final minute of added time. Sosnowskis is still waiting to get back on the pitch here. Colchin. Oh, there's no free kick. Oh, the referee gave that very late in the piece. And Norwich were away there. As Sosnowskis comes back on. Now a chance for United to load the edge of the Norwich penalty area. And Sosnowskis goes straight up the pitch with Okere. As McGlinchey prepares to send this one into the mix. Coming up to the 95-minute mark. We'll play a bit longer for that injury to Sasnauskas. Nodded down and away by Towler. And it's broken here towards Mundell. That was an important challenge by Samari. Towler. Mundell's onside here. Mundell, it's a tight angle. Goes for goal. He was slightly off balance. And he fires it high and wide. And maybe that is the last chance of the game. Is there still time for either of these sides to break? This deadlock, one apiece. Looks like we're heading for extra time. Macalera. Challenged by Towler. Mundell-Smith runs into Sumari. It's broken to this near side and tidied up by Kolchin. Played 96.5 minutes now. Forward by Towler. Sasnauskas heads clear. Matos making a break here for United. Important interception from Wilson. And now Norwich on the attack. Amin's got pace, and Amin is sprinting into the area. Tight angle Amin, saved by Faxon and cleared by O'Kerry. And that is the final action of the 90. Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 1. We will go to extra time. The Blades taking the lead through a Dovydas Sasnauskas header. Whilst Norwich had lots of possession and territory in the second half, United looked fairly comfortable until Luke Towler got onto a second ball inside the United penalty area and drove it past Luke Faxon to equalise. Both sides have had half chances since then, but we do go to extra time. 30 minutes, and if necessary, a penalty shootout. Blades 1, Norwich 1. We'll be back in a few moments for our coverage of extra time here on SUTV. Welcome back. Extra time underway. Thanks for sticking with us in this round of 16 Professional Development League playoff clash, where Sheffield United and Norwich locked at 1 apiece after 90 minutes. No further changes. Norwich will have, well, that will be a goal kick in fact. Norwich much brighter after half time, after United probably had the better of the first half. Sumari for United. Test of stamina now of these two teams. Extra time at the end of a long season. Mundle for Norwich. Now Mundle Smith. Colchin with the block, and this will be a Norwich City corner, the first of extra time. Tomaraki to take it. Half time. The United medical staff, who've been busy tonight, patched up Dobby Sosnowskis again. Some pushing and shoving here. Referee's been busy tonight. Hasn't been afraid to show the yellow card as well. Towler attacked it there for Norwich. Hammered into the stand. This is Adalusi with a throw for Norwich City. Wilson, back to his goalkeeper. Lines. Colchin's header. Forward by Samare. Mundle Smith. Norwich got 3 in the box here. Goes himself. And that was always rising. Not afraid to go for goal though. Errol Mundle Smith, who's plenty of first team appearances behind him. Had a goal rightly chalked off in the 90 minutes for offside. McGlinchey for United. Commanding header by Yakere. Aston turns it round. Adalusi's header. That's Samare. Sam Aston. Matos. Options to his right. Kings on to Colchin. Positive start from United to extra time, but Norwich can break here, and Mundle Smith is away from his man, and he's got support too from Towler. Back towards Mundle Smith, and Norwich incredulous there, but it is a head injury. So the referee has stopped play. Zach Giggs holding his face. The Norwich bench certainly up in arms there as the Canaries broke. United looked a little stretched there. Already you can see the effects of the efforts that have been put in so far. In extra time, 30-minute block. It's a tough slog when you've done 90 at the end of a long season. So Zach Giggs, who has made 27 appearances for the 21s this season, goes off the pitch after receiving treatment. How's the referee going to restart this one? I suspect Norwich are going to have it back, but United are going to have plenty of players behind the ball now. Sasnowski stretches, couldn't get there, but McGlinchey does. Adalusi. Here's the sub-Amin. Giggs still off the pitch. Now he's back. The Welsh youth international. Amin. Patient stuff from Norwich. Colchin does well. Giggs fires it forward and Norwich have it straight back. Can Matos win it for United? Aston getting through plenty of work, as always, for the Blades. United are preparing a change, and Archie Christie Craney is being readied. He's had an effect a few times this season from the bench for the 21s. So some fresh legs are imminent for the Blades. Should be straight through to Luke Faxon. Towler's flick on. Challenged by Samari. Matos can bring it forward. Aston. Matos continues his run. Important header away there from Wilson. Aston now into Matos. Looking to turn. Fires it across. It took a deflection and the keeper had to be smart there at his near post lines to keep that one out. Some encouragement for Sheffield United. 9 minutes into extra time. Let's run that ball out there, so this is the opportunity maybe for United to make this change. If they want to. It looks like play will continue for the time being. Now the referee says they can do it. And Christie Craney will replace Zach Giggs. He goes off on the far side. So Archie Christie Craney, 19 years of age. 5 appearances for the 21s this season. This is his 6th, all from the bench, but has scored 3 goals. Most recently in a 2-2 draw against Swansea City. He's got form for coming off the bench and having an impact at this level. Samari with a foot in. gives it away. Mundell turns, continues his run. Mundell Smith, well marshalled by Colchin. Pressure by Abraha, and again Lucy wins the header. I mean, he's on to this one. There's no one in the box at the moment though for Norwich. Now it goes in. Comfortably dealt with by Sosnowskis. On the slide though, he's lost out here. Shot from distance is a decent one. And Ojkan can't believe that the referee has not singled the corner there. Ball whistled past the post. It was close, not close enough, and now Sosnowskis is cramped up. Good hit from the fullback. Kerry's header, Glinchy. Tidied up nicely in the end. Zach Giggs has only just made his way around and put a good shift in for United tonight, the Welshman. Aston, well found. Christy Craney at the back stick. United will settle for the throw. Sam Aston then prepares to launch this one into the mix. Sosnowskis has made his way forward. Flat throw, well dealt with by Norwich. Matos underneath it, gets it back wide to Aston. First time ball. Up goes Samari, beaten in the air. It'll break for Mundell Smith, but players have got bodies around him at the moment. One of those is Christy Craney, makes the challenge. It breaks for Samari, and Sefu Kerry is still forward. He couldn't find Christy Craney, but United have the throw in. Norwich want to bring on Toby Chilvers. Useful looking ball by Samare. Matos brings it down. Going the long way around here, Alex Matos, but still going. Then he goes down. The referee signals corner kick, but some positive play from United. Got themselves on the front foot over the last few minutes or so. And a chance here for corner kick. We've seen Glinchy put some really dangerous crosses in from that side in normal time. Glinchy's delivery didn't get the elevation this time, and Towler stooping and head it clear. And now Norwich can make this change. Chilvers is going to replace Alan Domaraki.
Substitution for Norwich City in the pitch, number 6, Alan Domaraki. Replaced by number 12, Toby Chilvers.
Both sides claiming this one, but I think it's going to be a goal kick. Three added minutes at the end of the first half of extra time. McGlinchey does well under a bit of pressure there. It might break there for Abrahat. Almost. Norwich have got a problem here with Wilson, but he's okay to continue. Tight legs on both sides now. Lynch just stretching as he prepares to take this throw in. 4 years at Chelsea, Harry McGlinchey, before joining United in January. Mundell might get another opportunity. Here's Amin. Mundell-Smith, still with Mundell-Smith, dancing feet, perhaps one touch too many, and Samari's there. Matos running into a sea of yellow shirts, barreling his way through, and then makes a really good challenge. Not for the first time tonight. Never question his attitude and appetite for a challenge, Alex Matos. Towler. Samari shows too much of it. Now a late opportunity for Norwich, but that was too strong from Towler as he looked to send the ball through. Final minute of the three added on at the end of the first half of extra time. We're still locked at one apiece. Samari surrounded by two in yellow, but he wins it back on the floor. McAleer, it's a really good ball through, and Sam Aston, it's a tight angle, he squares it. Thought he might have gone for goal there. The angle was tight and probably against him, and he obviously saw in his periphery a couple of Sheffield United jersey there, but it was a lovely ball through by McAleer. I mean, that was a bit of a fluky clearance, could have gone anywhere. Still time for McGlinchey here. A break for Matos, and Matos gets the cross in, and there is the half-time whistle. United finishing the first half of extra time strongly there. Sam Aston, the frustration, I can see it as he holds his head there, perhaps feeling that he may have been better having a shot there, but wasn't to be, and it's still one apiece. Time for some more instructions for both sets of players, and we'll be back shortly for the second half of extra time here on SUTV. Welcome back. Norwich change at half-time of extra time, and Jake Glossop has been introduced in the right-back position. Lucy going off, so 15 minutes away from a potential penalty shootout here. One apiece at Bramall Lane. And we're back underway. Smith overruns it. The referee's given the free kick though. George Willis a little bit unhappy with that, right in front of the United under-21s coach. Aston always full of running for United. Craney trying to get on the ball for United. Abraham will chase this. He's just committed a foul though, and he's hasty to get to the ball, but look at the press from United into extra time here. Wendell Smith will do well to get to this. Sasnowska should get there first and does. Taken quickly. Oshkan. There's Chilvers, the substitute. Now, G. Pulled back here, and well, Mandola's waiting. Shot from distance is high and wide. Colchin jumps here, kept in play. It breaks for Colchin once more. It's actually Wilson who went off at half-time for Norwich, of extra time. So Lucy is still on the field at right back. Glossop replacing Wilson. Run here from Mundell. Gonna have to hold it up though. There's two players eventually getting into the penalty area. He's done well. Here's Amin. He's gone for goal himself, and he had options. Christy Craney brings it down well, and he finds Matos. Abraham with the layoff. Will it open up here? Great effort there from Macalero, who's seen an effort captaining the bar already tonight. But just when you thought he was running into a bit of traffic, he got the shot away. Mundell rides the first challenge, but not the second, and it's thumped away by Adalusi. He's found Wendell Smith here. Ojkan, left foot across, chance here, saved by Faxon, point blank range. What an opportunity for the substitute, Finlay Cork. Unmarked in the penalty area. I'm not sure how much Luke Faxon knew about it, but he got his positioning spot on. That was a real chance for Norwich, the best chance probably since the goal. Expecting the net to bulge there, and a bit of a let-off there for United. Amin, deflection. Norwich are keeping this alive here. Towler gets underneath it on the stretch. That's two opportunities in quick succession for Norwich City, and whilst that was much more difficult for Towler, it's the visitors who look the more likely at the moment. This game, the second half of extra time. On from Matos. Samari over the top. So it was Christy Craney. Here's Matos. Nicely done initially. Now what support has he got? He's got Harry McGlinchey sprinting forward. Here's McGlinchey once more. United got plenty in the box here for McGlinchey. One of them is Aston. Breaks for Zesnauskis. Okiere. Too strong for Christy Craney on this occasion. Christy Craney. Abraha. And again a bit of space for McAleera. He's not afraid to take it on, but didn't quite get it right on that occasion. So some chances in extra time, the second half of extra time that is. G. Adalusi. Glossop. Wants it back, the fresh legs of the substitute. Away by Samari. Nicely done, and United on the attack here through Alex Matos. And it's a lovely ball out to Christy Craney, who's got three in the box. Christy Craney towards the back post. It's well defended by Adalusi, with Ayob Abrahar lurking behind him. United corner. Lynchy to deliver. Deep one this time from the former Chelsea man. That was Samari's header. He's kept it alive, and Norwich clear a second time, and they may counter as well. And they've got it out to Mundell Smith, the danger man. Mundell Smith crowded out now by three in red and white, still going. There was a real opportunity early doors there to play it into Chilvers, which he turned down. Here he is again. And it looks like he's trying to roll Colchin, who's on a booking. Just about does enough there, Sam Colchin. Oshkin's delivery. Away by Sasnauskis. Norwich in possession once more. Mundell Smith is down and prone on the deck. In goes across, a really good ball in, and Faxon was committed, and it's in! He didn't get there, the Blades keeper, and Rio Mundell has bundled it over the line. A terrific cross on the right-hand side. And Norwich hit the front with less than 5 minutes of extra time remaining. Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 2. Faxon is still on the deck. Obviously took one there as he came out to try and intercept that cross. Errol Mundell Smith is still down for Norwich as well. He was on the deck as the play continued. Would that be the goal that takes Norwich through to the quarter-final stage? United will have 5 minutes to try and get back into the contest, and they're going to bring on Alfie Hoff shortly. Luke Faxon is still receiving treatment. This game has certainly, almost from the start, had plenty of stoppages for injuries. And you would expect in extra time players going down with cramp, but on this occasion it was Faxon trying to intercept that cross who took a knock in the process. Hoff still ready and raring to go for United. Central defender, joined the club midway through the 23-24 season from Liverpool. He captained the under-18s plenty of times last year. Has been pretty regular for 21s, 15 starts, 2 sub-appearances this campaign. Luke Faxon has been attended to, and Hoff will replace Alex Matos. So expect at least, what, 3-4 minutes of added time at the end of extra time for that latest stoppage. What have the Blades got left in the tank here in this round of 16 clash against Norwich? United led for so long, it seems days ago really, since Tommy Sesnausis gave United the lead, and here's a chance for Norwich to try and win it, and the substitute Amin is bundled over by McGlinchey, and the referee deems that as a goal scoring opportunity, and Harry McGlinchey has been shown the red card. So if United are going to get back into it now, they're going to have to do it with 10 players. Committed the foul, crucially, outside of the penalty area though. If United can survive the free kick, there'll still be time for the Blades to try and force a penalty shootout. But McGlinchey was heavily involved, especially in the first half. There were a lot of good things that United did. He hit the woodwork from a corner. Also provided the cross for Dovis Sasnauskis' header to give the Blades the lead. Norwich free kick. Glossop and Amin stood over it. will be Glossop. It's a brilliant strike, and surely that's the winner now for Norwich City. Faxon got a hand to it, he couldn't keep it out. And in the 120th minute, Norwich City have dealt the final blow on Sheffield United's season. It's Blades 1, Norwich 3. Now Luke Faxon gingerly gets to his feet. He's probably still feeling the effects of the challenge which led to the second goal. There is 4 added minutes, but surely that's out of United's reach now, especially with McGlinchey seeing red. So the Blades' 21 season about to come to an end. For so long in this match, it looked like United would advance to the quarter-final stage, even though Norwich had a lot of the ball second half and a lot of territory. It wasn't until the Towler goal, really, that they got an effort on target. Miscue by Sosnowskis, a lot of tired legs out there now. Kerry with the clearance. Flick on by Hoff, the substitute. Miscue again by Sosnowskis, Mundell-Smith, and again. Good challenge by Colchin, who got back. Off. Support from Aston. Sam Aston takes it first time, he got underneath it. Referee is going to book Lewis Lyons for time wasting. Lost track of the cards in the end, there's been so many. Sosnowskis' header. Forward by Christy Craney. Aston will get to it. Norwich away. Carry back to his goalkeeper. Minute and a half remain. Forward by Aston. Colchin will keep it in. Wins the throw. Colchin, half yard maybe to stand up the cross. United go into the end. They will get a corner kick and a chance to reduce their ears in the final minute of added on time. A game which has seen at least 70 minutes of injury time across the piece. 3 more at the second half of extra time. Aston's delivery. Slip there, it was unfortunate for young Hoff. Mundell will just clip it up to halfway, where Samari will guide it back to Luke Faxon. Target is Hoff, looks offside, he is offside, the flag does go up. And that might be that. And there is the final whistle. United out of the Professional Development League playoffs. A gallant effort from the Blades, beaten 3-1 by Norwich City after extra time. For a long time it looked like it was United who was going to advance to the last 8. Dovi Sosnowskis heading in Harry McGlinchey's cross to give the Blades the lead. They had chances to extend that lead. Jayden McAleary hit the bar with a header. McGlinchey himself hit the woodwork from a corner kick. But Norwich gradually worked their way back into the contest. They were the better side in the second half. But whilst they had territory and possession, they didn't have a lot in terms of clear-cut chances. That was until Towler equalised late on to take the game to extra time, and then extra time, well, Norwich got the break, didn't they? In the 115th minute, the cross from Amin was bundled in by Mundell, and then he had a further gloss with a third goal. Luke Glossop with a free kick to make it 3-1, and it is the Canaries who will advance to the last day. Great effort though from the Blades. George Willis can be proud of his side's effort, but it's defeat for United. Full time here at Bramall Lane. It's Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 3.